What's going on, guys? Welcome back. FantasyTeamAdvisor.com, bringing home the bacon MLB DFS video. Unfortunately, it is Monday. It is April 19th, but we are back. We have DFS, we have MLB, we have NBA. So, hopefully you had a great weekend. Our MMA lineups cashed. We had awesome time with MMA. Ben Askren couldn't beat Jake Paul. Good thing there wasn't DFS on that. If you bet on that, let me know how you guys did. I don't want to say Ben Askren, he didn't throw the match intent. He didn't Jose Canseco it, but I don't think he took training serious. He didn't look like he was in fighting shape at all. I guess he kind of just took the paycheck like Jose did, but not as obvious. So let me know if you bet on that. Let me know if you bet on NBA. I saw one of ours subscribers showed that they bet, I think it was like $50 for both same game parlay, $50 for Curry to hit 40 plus points and Jason Tatum, I think it was, to hit 40 plus points. And I think it was turned $50. It's either $25 or $50 into $1,700. So hopefully they used our bacon station. I don't know if they did. If they did, congratulations if you're watching this. If not, why aren't you? But we are back. A couple things with this. This game this White Sox Red Sox game is not on the main slate. This is the Patriots game, or the Patriots Day game. Normally, we have the Boston Marathon, then they have this game. So this is, as of now, this isn't on the slate. If it is, if they do an all-day slate, we'll talk about it. But there's 7 hours in between. If they have a single game, we'll kind of dig into it a little bit, but we're not going to dig deep into it just because I don't think it's going to be on the slate. That being said, the bottom game, the very last game, the Twins at the A's game, this is already postponed. They postponed this either Saturday night or Sunday morning, just due to the COVID testing and give them time. This should be a doubleheader on Tuesday, given if the Twins can play. This is very reminiscent of the Phillies last year when the season started and they were like a week behind or whatever it was because of the testing, and then this year even with the Nationals. So they'll get this figured out, but as of right now, we actually have a very small Monday slate. We have a 6-game total slate here just due to this game not being on there and the other game not being on there, but we're going to give it our best. We're going to do exactly what we can. So if this video gets 30 likes before first pitch of the main slate, that's 30 likes. If you watch this video and you find it at all helpful, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If it gets 30 likes, we'll throw out a FanDuel and DraftKings GPP lineup down below. Our GPP lineups have been doing pretty damn good. One of them hit 200 yesterday. A couple hit 200. We had 190. We nailed some home run plays. Salvador Perez, I absolutely loved him. Harper had one. Trey Turner, we had him there. Rojas, we picked him so a super cheap option. I think he led the game off with the home run for the Diamondbacks. So all around, it was a pretty good weekend. But yeah, so that being said, if you do want to check it out for the end, so you've got about not even half a month left. You've got about 2 weeks left, a little less than 2 weeks actually. We're going to offer the month pass, fantasyteamadvisor.com/plans, month pass, use promo code YouTube21. You're going to get half off of a month. So just kind of looking at the weather, we really don't have any weather. This game here is pretty good. The Giants at the Phillies, 1%, not even humidity. It's 60 degrees. It's going to be perfect time. Same thing with the Nats game. A little bit colder in Kansas City, mostly cloudy, overcast, but we should get this game in. Now, again, weather obviously can change at any time. So if it changes, we'll have it in our cheat sheet. Since this feels like it's the first slate where we don't have an early only slate and a main slate, the bacon station, the stuff should be out by lunchtime, give or take, a little bit longer than that. But hopefully we'll get that out for you. And I do know I'll be traveling when lineups lock, so you'll have to use, if you can see our optimal lineups, you're part of FTA Plus, obviously, and you can check out the cheat sheet, and you can check out the bacon station to help you out. Other than that, we are good. As long as nothing weird comes quickly, we should be good with weather. Should be a perfect 6-game perfect slate for us to build lineups with, and we're going to dig into that right now. So, Cardinals at the Nationals is the first game on the slate. Jack Flaherty versus Joe Ross. Flaherty against the Nats, 106 plate appearances, a 189 batting average. I mean, Madison Bumgarner was able to hold them down, which is crazy. But Jack Flaherty here, I absolutely love him. He is a stud. He's had success against the Nats in the past. 106 plate appearances, a 189 batting average, striking out 30.2% of the batters he's faced. He just faced this same team last Tuesday. 5 innings, 1 earned run, 6 Ks. That was in St. Louis. This is now Washington. It's still going to be good weather. He comes out with a 2-0 record, is a little inflated with 4.11 ERA because he gave up 6 runs in his first inning, but in 11 innings, or his first game in 4.1 innings, but in 11 innings after, or since his opening day, 3 weeks ago, really, 11 innings, 4 hits, 1 earned run, 4 walks, 12 Ks. Really like Jack Flaherty here. The Nationals bats that have had success against him, now out of 106 plate appearances, probably going to be a couple of them here. So Schwarber, obviously 25, he with the Cubs prior to this year, 2 for 20 with a home run, but batting 100. Josh Bell, 4 for 19 with 2 doubles and a home run. I mean, Starlin Castro, 2 for 8 with a home run. Trey Turner, 1 for 8, but that one hits a home run. Hernan Perez, 1 for 6 with 1 home run. So those one-offs, if they have a hit, it might be a home run. But if he's been stringing it together, really love Jack Flaherty on this one. Now, Joe Ross is coming in here, and I believe this is his second start. Obviously, they were delayed as well. I believe coming in against the Cardinals, 42 plate appearances, a 216 batting average, striking out only 16.7% of the batters he's faced. He came in, I believe we used him last Wednesday. I think he pitched last Wednesday. We did have him in some of our lineups. I know in DraftKings we mentioned he was a SP2. GPP on FanDuel, obviously. In that game, 6 innings, 4 hits, 1 walk, but 5 Ks. To start the season, he went against the Dodgers in LA, 5 innings, 2 hits, 0 earned runs, 4 Ks. Coming in with a 1-0 record, no ERA. It's 0 right now with 9 Ks. The Ks aren't there, but the lack of runs have been there. So that's the only problem is he's going to be a cheaper option on the slate, but he's not striking out very many batters. Just faced this team before, as the analytics say. If you're into analytics, you're probably not, because it really doesn't help when situations come on the field that analytics just aren't for. But about the third time around the lineup, the batters start to see the pitcher better and hit them better. So in actuality, he went 6 innings against Cardinals before, so that's about 3 times around. Now they're going to see him again, so they're going to see him about, if give or take, if he doesn't get lit up, 3 more times this time, so about 6 times in the last week. Cardinals bats could come alive here. Both of these pitchers are good for cash, or I would say Flaherty for cash, Joe Ross for GPP, just because Ross isn't getting a ton of strikeouts there. That's just how my mind works in this game. If you don't like how we break down the games quite like we do here, you can click the link down below and just look at the. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through all of these pitchers. But if you want to see just the pitchers we like, that's it. Those are down below. You can check those out down below. That is the article. But a lot of people said they like to see this, the breakdown a little bit more. So I did forget, if you want to win a free day pass, all you got to do is like the video, be a subscriber, tell me who's going to hit home run, what inning they're going to hit it in, and the distance the ball traveled. The distance the ball traveled is just a tiebreaker if multiple people pick the same person. We've had a couple winners so far this year. Let's continue that streak today. Giants at the Phillies is next. Kevin Gausman versus Chase Anderson. Gausman, 160 plate appearances, 276 batting average, 20.6 K. He's seen some of these batters before when he pitched with the Braves in 2019, I think. Chase Anderson, on the other hand, 114 plate appearances, a 204 batting average, only striking out 18.4% of the batters he's faced here. Digging into the numbers, what Phillies bats have had success against him. Didi's seen him the most, 9 for 35 with 2 doubles. Didi's still a cheaper GPP option for me. I don't mind him at all. Brad Miller, 5 for 17 with 2 doubles and a home run, 294 batting average. Harper's 5 for 12 with a home run, that's 417. Hasn't seen him a lot, but he sees the ball well. Hit a home run yesterday. I think he can continue that there. Ronald Torreyes probably doesn't start, so we don't really have to dig into those numbers. JT has 1 home run off of him. Same with McCutchen, 3 for 5 with a double and home run. So if you want to get a little crazy, I don't mind a Phillies stack here. I really don't. With the small amount of games on this slate, it feels like it's probably only a GPP night. I don't know if we'll build cash lineups. It just really depends on if any other news comes out, how I'm feeling when we're building them. So we do have an optimizer. If you guys haven't checked it out, for FanDuel or for DraftKings, both MLB and NBA, we have an optimizer on the website. So definitely get to checking that out if you have not already. But for FanDuel, we still build the lineups for you for both those sports, for all sports right now. So any questions on the optimizer, FTA plus, anything, you can comment down below or you can email me, support@fantasyteamadvisors.com. Flip side of this game, Chase Anderson, 114 plate appearances against him now the Giants aren't that good. They're not a scary team. They love to strike out. The problem is he's not striking out very many of the batters he's faced here. Anderson has really so far this season, he's only faced the Mets twice, once at home, once on the road. Went 5 innings in the first one, 2 earned runs, 3 Ks. In the second game, it was a doubleheader, 4 innings, 2 earned runs, 3 Ks. So he has 6 Ks, given up 2 earned runs in both games. He's got a 4 ERA right now. I don't mind Chase Anderson as a GPP pitcher, but I'm not trusting him in cash just because he's not striking out enough batters to give us the fantasy points we need. But digging into the numbers here, you see Buster Posey 6 for 18 with 2 doubles. I know he got x-rays on either Saturday night or Sunday morning, so I don't know if he's going to be in. That's something to pay attention to. I haven't seen any news whether or not he's hurt or day-to-day or whatever, so that is something to monitor. Brandon Belt, 3 for 18. Nothing there, really. Wilmer Flores, 3 for 7. 429 batting average. It looks good, but I mean, he hasn't done anything. In 108 at-bats, Chase Anderson's only given up 5 doubles, a triple, and a home run with 21 Ks, and a 212 batting average. I think people are going to see that he's not striking out a ton of people so far this year. That's where we could take advantage. I think he's going to be super low owned. I think you could take Chase Anderson here for GPP. Tampa Bay Rays at the Kansas City Royals. As of right now, we don't know who's going to be the pitcher because it's probably going to be an opener again. So this isn't even out yet, so we'll have to see. It is a pitcher's park, so we'll kind of look at that, but if it's an opener, there's no point unless you make multiple lineups and it's a relief pitcher that, maybe he could go 3 innings. Say he goes 3 innings and somehow he strikes out 9 batters on DraftKings SP2. He could be a sneaky option. But again, he's going to have to strike out the batters. Depending on who it is, we'll wait on that news, but that is something that people don't think about. On DraftKings, at the bottom of your lineups, you can uncheck only probable starters or whatever it actually says, and then you can go through and find the relief pitchers that most likely will be Tampa Bay. Now, I could be completely wrong. It could be an actual starter. We'll have to see. I feel like it's probably not since it's not out yet, but uncheck that, find the relief pitcher, throw them in there, and then you can almost guaranteed fill your lineup with studs, SP1 and then studs. But that is if you make multiple lineups, not if you only make one lineup. Flip side of that, Danny Duffy, 35 plate appearances against him, 45.7 K percentage, a 188 batting average. He is not the same Danny Duffy from 2017. Whenever he passed out in a McDonald's drive-thru drunk, I think that's when everything started to go downhill. But he seems to be back right now. This year so far, 2-0 record, a .75 ERA, only 11 Ks though, and a 1.17 whip. He's faced 2 teams that, supposed to hit lefties well. He faced the Angels on last Tuesday, 6 innings, 1 earned run, 6 Ks. Against Cleveland, 6 innings, 0 earned runs, 3 walks, and 5 Ks. Danny Duffy could be one of those pitchers that goes overlooked in this slate. multiple lineups, GPP, I'm all in on the Duffy train there. Is he back? I don't know. He's 2-0. He's faced two decent teams. Indians are the Indians. But looking at this, I do like Danny Duffy here. Again, though, we know the Tampa Bay Rays can hit lefty pitchers quite well. So that is something to pay attention to. Rangers at the Angels is the next game. Arihara versus Dylan Bundy. Arihara hasn't pitched yet. Dylan Bundy has been doing pretty good. The problem against Texas, Dylan Bundy has struggled. As you can see, he is 74 plate appearances against him, only striking out 16.2% of the batters he's faced. He's given up a 4.03 batting average, which is not good. But maybe when we dig into those numbers, it's going to be 3 batters. We'll definitely check that out. Bundy coming in, 0-1 record, 3.32 ERA, 22 Ks. He faced the Royals last Tuesday, 7 innings, 2 earned runs, 6 Ks against Houston, who he wasn't supposed to do good against because it's Houston. The week before that, 6 innings, 2 earned runs, 10 Ks. So he's coming in with 22 Ks. Now let's see, any Texas bats that have been the culprits here, why the numbers are bumped. I mean, Brock Holt's 11 for 17 with 3 doubles and a home run at 647. Brock Holt was just activated from the IL Friday or Saturday. IKF here, 6 for 10 with a home run. Joey Gallo, 1 for 9, but that one hit's a home run. It's crazy how powerful Joey Gallo is, but he can also steal bases too. It's crazy. Nick Solak, 2 for 7. Willie Calhoun just got activated, I believe, from the IL, as well as Brock Holt, 3 for 8 with 2 home runs. David Dahl, 1 for 3 with 1 home run. I think people are going to see those numbers and they're going to go away from it. They're going to see the 4.03 batting average against him. I still like Dylan Bundy here. Probably more of a GPP pick because his numbers aren't that good against them. But I could see using them both cash, especially since it's such a small slate. Next game, the Dodgers at the Mariners is the next one. We've got Dustin May versus Justice Sheffield here. Dustin May, 2 batters. Hasn't seen the Mariners. The Mariners aren't good, though. Just kind of digging into what Dustin May has done this season so far. Against Colorado at home, 4.1 innings, 2 earned runs, 6 Ks. At Oakland, his first start of the season, 6 innings, 0 earned runs, 2 walks, and 8 Ks. Dustin May, I like him, especially since the Mariners, they're just not a good team. Sheffield here, I don't trust him. I've never trusted him. He could have, let's say he had 400 plate appearances against him, given up 5 hits, struck out 200 of the batters. I still would not trust him at all, and against LA. Cody Bellinger obviously is out for a while, but we've got Justin Turner, who seems like he's homer in every single game. Max Muncy, lefty, righty, really doesn't matter. Chris Taylor is there. Mookie is there at the top. He's making diving catches, hitting home runs, stealing bases, getting on base. You're going to find it really hard for me to take a pitcher against the Dodgers. If I were to make multiple lineups today, so let's say for this Monday slate, I make 20 lineups. Will I throw Justice Sheffield in there? I'll throw him in there, 1 or 2 lineups, only because you've got to get that ownership there. Do I think that lineup will cash? No, I don't. I don't think it'll cash at all. Could I be surprised? I guess. But if I were to be surprised by a pitcher, it wouldn't be Justice Sheffield. It would be who I told you to take yesterday's video, Pablo Lopez, who dominated for us. Super cheap on DraftKings. Not as cheap on FanDuel, but he still came through for both lineups. I'm not saying Justice Sheffield is in that same thought process when I built that lineup, but if I were to take one, it would be Dustin May in cash. It would be Justice Sheffield in a very contrarian GBP. Neither pitchers really faced either of these batters. I would load up on the righties for LA. I think it's good. They're going to be highly owned, though. I mean, Mookie's going to be highly owned. You got Justin Turner's going to be highly owned. Depending on if he plays, Chris Taylor could be highly owned. So we'll just kind of have to see what the lineups are like when they roll out. But that's 10 p.m. And then the final game on the slate, you've got Brandon Woodruff versus Joe Musgrove. Now, Woodruff coming off a great game when we used him against. Actually, this will be his 3rd start, and he's faced the Cubs twice? No, this will be his 4th start, and he's faced the Cubs back-to-back times. His last start last Tuesday, we did use him. He went 6 innings, 1 earned run, 6 Ks. The Cubs, the start before that, 7 innings, 0 earned runs, 8 Ks. Coming in with he doesn't have a win or a loss this year, a 2.12 ERA, 19 Ks. But again, the problem is coming up against San Diego, but it's in Petco, which is a pitcher's park, so that is definitely something to look at. Flip side of that, we got Joe Musgrove. We know 2 starts ago, he had the no-hitter, and it was pretty great a week and a half ago against Texas. But the problem was he pitched 112 pitches. His last start against Pittsburgh, which I was kind of iffy on, didn't know how he would do just because he threw 112 pitches. That game, he only gave up 1 earned run, had 6 Ks against the Pirates, but he only pitched 4 innings. Maybe he was tired, maybe he wasn't, I don't know. But with Christian Yelich being out now, Milwaukee do have some lefties that can hit. You got Jackie Bradley Jr., who's super cheap, would be more of a punt play if you're paying up at pitching. Travis Shaw homered yesterday. You got Dan Vogelbach homered yesterday. The guy's a tank, fridge, whatever you want to call him. He homered yesterday. So yeah, there's a lot of lefties in this Brewers lineup that could hit, but Joe Musgrove, he's a fantastic option here. I think both of these pitchers are both GPP worthy. I don't know if I'll trust them in cash though. And that's it, guys. Those are the pitchers that we've gone over. If you want to see the pitchers, the BVP as well, that is in the article down below. We'll have any weather concerns. As of right now, we are good to go. We'll have Vegas numbers there at the top of the article as well. Again, if you want to ask questions, ask away down here. Don't forget, like the video, be a subscriber if you are not already. Why aren't you? Go check out all of our social media, which you can find on our website, fantasyteamadvisors.com. Sign up in this month. This is the last month of it. You can sign up with the month pass using promo code YouTube21. You're going to get half off a month. So we have a day pass. The day pass is good for any sports that are just a day long. So MLB, NBA, if we ever bring back NHL, that'll be there as well. If we ever do esports, that would be that. But anything else that's either a month or more, or like a week or more, we're going to be putting out a week pass, 7-day pass. You can check that out. That'll probably be live around lunchtime for the Monday slate, or it'll be Monday night or Tuesday. We'll kind of figure that out. That week pass will include a week of everything. If you did that, you'll have 7 days of MLB, NBA. You have the 7 days worth of MMA, 7 days worth of PGA and NASCAR as well. So hopefully you guys do well. If you have, let us know down below. Check out the Discord channel too. Questions, comments, concerns, let us know. And good luck today. Let me know how you did this weekend. Would love to hear how you guys cashed this weekend. Let's bring home some bacon, guys. Peace.